building a $1 million agency, and today I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to do that so that you can also build your $1 million agency. But before we dive into the actual step-by-step process, I want to take you back to why I'm even doing this. And this is important for you because if you don't have a strong core reason why you are doing something, why you are reaching these big goals, you will never reach those goals. Because when you have a bad day, when you have a bad meeting, it turns into bad weeks, bad months, bad years, because you're not able to see what is a big vision, what is the big mission, what is your big why, what's the reason for doing this. You're always going to be looking for motivation and inspiration before you take action. But when you have a big reason why you are doing something, you take action no matter what. You are committed to the goal. You're not working on motivation and inspiration anymore. You are doing the thing because you want that end result. The example I always think about here is, if I told you, people put this on social media all the time, so it's funny. It's like, you know, if I told you, hey, we're gonna go to Italy a whole week, 2 weeks, all expenses paid, anywhere in Europe, you know, traveling, etc. But you have to wake up at 3 o'clock so that we can go on the private jet at 4 o'clock. You know, the meme here is always like, I'm awake at 1 o'clock in the morning, like getting ready for this, right? Because you have a big reason why. It's not because you're motivated or inspired to wake up at 1 or 3 o'clock in the morning. No, it's because you have a big enough reason to wake up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Be packed, be ready, be dressed, hair, shower, makeup, done, everything. You have a compelling reason why you're going to do the thing that you don't normally do. And so having a good reason why you want to do something, if you also want to build a $1 million agency or a multi-million-dollar agency, you have to have a big reason why. And so for me, when I came into insurance, I actually did not want to be doing insurance. I'm like, that is not fulfilling to me. I'm like, I need to figure out, you know, I'll share the background of how I got into it on a different video. But for me, I really had to figure out, I spent like 2 or 3 weeks when I first started just really trying to say, okay, why am I here? What am I doing all this for? Because I originally came into insurance just deciding like, hey, I guess I'm just going to use this as a financial vehicle, a thing to make money for my family. And then as I kind of went on, I was like, this is not really purposeful. And I was joking with my husband of like, I need purpose. And he's always joking like, yeah, we know you need that. I'm just not super motivated by money itself, right? I'm thinking about what can money be as a tool for other people. And so a few weeks in, I had decided, you know what? Actually, I'm not here to just make money for my family. It's been life-changing so far. But I'm really here to help other people do this for their family, to change their generations to come. Because my background is actually in life and business coaching. And so my area of expertise for the past 6 years has been literally helping people to start, build, and grow their own profitable business. And most of the time, these people would come, they already had a business idea, or they had 10 different business ideas that would all be amazing, but I helped them refine it to one so they can take action, start it, build it, and actually grow it to be profitable. But the problem that I was kind of seeing is there are some people who don't have business ideas. There are some people who are like, hey, I'm in a 9 to 5. I don't really have a business idea. I don't really know how to start a business. I don't really have an entrepreneurial mindset, but I want financial freedom. I want time freedom. I want all these things that entrepreneurs and business owners have. And so when I came into insurance, I was like, this is the perfect business in a box. This is the perfect business model. And so now what I get to do, what a privilege it is to have been coaching for the past 6 years, literally helping people to start, build, and grow their own business. Now I'm putting that together with insurance. And the amazing thing is you don't need your own product. You don't need a warehouse. You don't need a website. Like everything is literally already done for you. The only thing you need to do is come in, get your license, learn the process, and start making money, right? It's so simple. And so in my mind, I was like, okay, if I build a $1 million agency, that means, so if I'm building a $1 million agency, that means I have to help 5, 10, 15 other people make $5,000 to $20,000 every single month. And for me, that was purposeful. For me, that was a goal worthwhile to go towards, right? That was something I'm like, I'm so committed to this, because now it's not about me being committed to making money for my family and my goals and my ego and my vanity. No, it's like, oh my gosh, if I don't do this, if I don't learn how to do sales, in insurance specifically, right? So I already have a background in sales and marketing, but I'm like, if I don't know how to do sales specifically in insurance, if I don't learn how to sell this product, if I don't understand the product, if I don't have the product knowledge, if I don't put myself on social media, if I'm not recording these videos, if I'm not getting visibility, those people, right, the 5, 10, 15 people that are waiting for this opportunity right now are never going to see it. They're never going to change their life. They're never going to get to build generational wealth. And so that is my big why. That is my motivation. That is what I am committed to. And so I show up every single day and I think about those people. I think about those people who are waiting for me right now. And so as you're watching this video, I want you to begin to think about, what is your big reason why? Why do you want $1 million agency? Because that is going to force you, right, to be committed to your goal. And not only that, but it's going to force you to become the kind of person that people want to follow. Because in order to build $1 million agency, you need to be a leader. And so make sure you click that subscribe button, because I'm also going to be sharing what are the different character traits that are going to be required of you to actually be a $1 million agency owner. Okay, so let's break down the numbers. So first of all, if you want to be a $1 million agency, you have to be producing yourself, right? You have to be writing business yourself. And throughout this video, I'm also going to be using what I would call insurance jargon. So these are just words that we use inside the insurance industry. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. I'm going to have some videos probably linked in the description about insurance, like if you want to start insurance, or answering these insurance jargon questions and words, kind of explaining those. So you can check the description as I go over those words for you, okay? But if you want to be a $1 million agency owner, that means you have to also be writing your own business. You can't just depend on your team, the people that you bring in, to be generating business or to be running their own business. You also have to lead by example. And so you're going to be needing to write 20, 30, 40,000 by yourself as you're starting this business, right? So you want the experience. You want to have been writing apps this entire time as you're bringing people onto your team, as you're building this up. And so number one, make sure that you're also writing, that you're leading by example, okay? And then when we're going to break down the numbers of like 100,000, and this is 100,000 AP. So this is like what you have actually written in business. This is not a cash in your bank, okay? This is not like a net. This is just gross. What is your revenue? And we're talking about your entire team, okay? So if we're breaking down $1 million, we're just going to do easy math into 10 to 12 months. That's $100,000 every single month. And then if we break that down even further, we're going to say if we're trying to write $100,000 of business every single month, if we can get 5 people who are doing amazing, right? 5 people who are writing 20K, which it sounds like it's a lot, but it's actually not, because again, I've just started and I think I'm like 7 weeks in and I've already got like 15K, right? And so it seems like it's a lot, but it's actually not in the grand scheme. If you have a system, if you are able to learn the sales, we have the scripts, we have the training, we do training every single day, we do coaching every single day, you will be able to write 20,000 every single month, okay? And so again, I can get 5 people to write 20K, that's $100,000 right there. So simple. That's how I'm doing the math. But if you want to bring in, let's say, part-time people, right? You might have some people who can only do this part-time, okay? That's going to be, let's say, 10 people who are doing part-time. They're writing 10K per month, okay? And so if you think about the general, let's just say general commission up front, okay? I'm also thinking about cash in their bank. So ideally, I want my people to be writing 20K every single month, because that means they're going to have 10, 15K cash in their bank. And for a lot of people, that is completely life-changing. And so that's how I'm breaking down the numbers, right? And so I know $1 million agency every single year requires me to have 100K every single month. That means I need between 5 and 10 people who are working full-time and part-time, writing between 10 to 20K every single month. Now it comes down to my leadership. I'm thinking about, okay, what am I doing today? So today, my goal is visibility. This is literally why I'm making this video. This is why I show up on social media. I'm recording all this content because I need to show up with this opportunity to attract the people who want to do this new thing. the ambitious people, the curious people, the coachable people, the people who want to completely transform their entire life, their family, their community, generations to come, like actually build generational wealth. That's what I need to do today. I'm recording the content so I can put it out into the world, so I can get visible. Once I do those three things, this is the beginning. So if you want to build $1 million agency, you have to do those three things, right? Know your why, begin to record the content, get visible, and attract the people. Once you do that, now inside of your agency, as you're bringing people in, you also have to be setting them up for success. And this is so important because a lot of times people are like, just come in and do the thing that the company tells. No, you have to create a specific roadmap for them. I have a social media roadmap for my team. I have a onboarding roadmap for my team. I have a first 5K roadmap for my team, a first 10K and a first 20K. I'm planning to give out awards for every single time that they hit different goals, because I'm like, that's really helpful to people when they see that, hey, this is not all for nothing. Like, wow, I'm like really proud of myself. When people are proud of themselves and when you're rewarding people, even with like small little awards, they continue to stay committed to their big vision and their big whys as well. And so on the inside, you have to have a roadmap for your team, showing them exactly what do they need to do and when do they need to do it to hit those benchmark goals of 5K, 10K, 20K every single month. And so that's the leadership side. And again, you can subscribe. I'm going to be putting out a lot of videos on leadership. That's one of my core, I'm not going to say values, but just something that I feel really strongly about, of like, you have to be a good leader. If you're trying to build a million or multi-million-dollar agency, you have to be a good leader, and you have to be good at communicating and sales and marketing. Because if you're not good at those three things, you can't bring people in. There's no reason for people to follow you, right? You can post your income screenshots every single day. You might be making a lot of money. That's great. But eventually people are going to figure it out. They're going to figure it out that you're just good at making money, but you're not good at teaching. You're not good at leading. And that's going to be a downfall for a lot of agency owners. And so if you are trying to build $1 million agency, make sure that you are also growing as a leader yourself. Okay, so to end this video, I just want to let you guys know I'm building my $1 million agency over the next 6-12 months, and I'd love for you to click that subscribe button, follow along this journey, because I'm going to be sharing a lot about what is working, what's not working, and what am I doing differently every single week, every single month. And if you also want to build your $1 million agency, you can follow along, learn from my failures, learn from my mistakes. If you're just starting out, this is a great video series for you to be following along, because you can already see, okay, she's messing up here. Let me, not do that. Let me save myself time. That's the purpose of these videos, is to really help people who are just starting out, who want to build $1 million agency, help you not make those mistakes that I made early on, and then also be just transparent and sharing with you what is actually working as I'm putting out these videos, as I'm putting out this content, and as I'm building my agency, what is working really well, so that hopefully you can take that to build your $1 million agency as well. Now, if you are not building your $1 million agency yet, if you are not with a company and you're kind of like, what am I even doing? There's a link in my description that will share some more details about coming and joining what we are doing, joining this mission, joining what we are doing in building my $1 million agency, as I teach others to do it as well. So you're not coming in just trying to make money for yourself. You're also coming in as I'm building my $1 million agency. I'm teaching every single person that comes onto my team how to build their $1 million agency as well, because this is all about generational wealth, and this is the road there. For now, my name is Sue, and I'll see you on the next $1 million agency video.